Can you live like a king, or do you still need to pinch those pennies? In this video, we're going to explore a 50k salary in the UK. We're going to break down to know exactly how much you're earning, budgeting for rent, buying a house, plus some tips to make your money go that little bit further. So stick around as we explore whether 50k is a good salary in the UK. Welcome to Up the Gains Money. My name is Sammy and I will be your financial guide in this video. Simply put, 50k is a fantastic salary and is more than enough to support yourself in most cases. It is well above the median wage for the UK, which currently stands at £32,000, but it will differ depending on your own financial situation. If you live in London, you could expect 50k to go quite a long way, and if you compare that with places in the north, it will go a lot further up there. A 50k salary is above the nation's average for a full-time employee. The average yearly wage for full-time employees in London in 2022, according to Statista, was £41,866 compared with £29,521 up in the northeast of England, which is the lowest in the United Kingdom. Now, most people will naturally start lower than this if they leave university or go straight to work after school. 50k tends to be kind of a mid-tier or senior management position, depending on the organisation, and therefore you'll need relatively good experience for you to get there. Only 24% of people in the UK get a job in the subject that they actually studied in, so a vast majority will be paid less when you leave university. So let's break down a 50k salary. The net wage, which we'll get to after the gross wage, is calculated on you being younger than 65 with no student loan, pension deductions or benefits. So let's look at this gross income of a 50k salary per year. Now it equals around about £24 an hour, £192.31 a day, £961.54 a week, and £1,923.08 bi-weekly, and £4,166 per month. Now we want to know what's reaching our wallet. So what do we get after income tax and national insurance contributions? Now you should be looking at around about £17.80 an hour, £143 a day, 715 quid a week, and £1,430 bi-weekly, and just under £3,100 per month. Now that's not bad at all. So can you live off a 50k salary? The short answer is yes, you can live off a 50k salary. By any means, it's not amount, but it's how you use it that matters most. You need to factor the variables such as location, family size, household income, debt and monthly expenses, and so it will be completely unique to you as a person. If you've been on a higher salary and are looking to take a pay cut, you might be accustomed to a higher amount going into your bank each month, which means your outgoings may be higher. In this case, you might not be able to live off 50k and you would need to rearrange your finances to suit the new salary that you have. So how much rent can I afford on a 50k salary? Well, renting is challenging as it depends a lot on your expenses. There isn't just rent to factor in here. You need to consider things like household bills and council tax, gas, electricity and water too. Remember things like internet, mobile phone insurance, mobile phone bills and transport bills too. It all adds up, so essential that you budget for these costs and make sure you work out your available cash for rent. But if we were to pick a number, it's around about 30 to 40% of your salary. Now try to keep this as low as possible, and operating in this bracket will leave you some money left over at the end of the month. So considering this amount and the 50k salary, this bracket is around about £900 to £1,100 a month. Now if you're in London, you might be lucky to get your own studio flat, but if you did flat share, you would get a decent sized room in an apartment in the city centre. Now in the northeast of England, this will go a lot further and can even get you up to a 3-bedroom house. Not bad, right? It really does depend on location. So could I buy a house with a 50k salary? Well, the good news is yes, you can buy a house on a 50k salary, and according to mortgage calculators, you can afford somewhere between £225,000 to £300,000 if you have a 10% deposit. Usually in the UK, you can 5x your yearly income before tax, which this is the number that you can afford. And if you can afford to live with your partner, you can add them to the mortgage. If your partner works, this number increases. Just remember, if you're freelance, this amount could change as lenders are often less favorable to people with their own businesses, unfortunately. So depending on where you buy, 250k could go quite a long way. Unfortunately, in London, you'll be pretty hard to find anything at all. But if you're looking in the surrounding areas of London or more rural areas, you could grab like flats or even small cottages. Quick one, want to find out how much your net worth is? Well, I've built a net worth calculator that allows you to find out in just a few minutes. Simply enter your assets and liabilities and it will tell you. I'm currently selling this for around £25 a pop, but I'm giving it away to you for free today for watching this video. So simply head to the link in the description below, enter your email, and we'll send it directly to your inbox within just a couple of minutes. Now back to the video. So now we're going to look at some top tips for living off a 50k salary. Sometimes we need to make it work, and if a 50k is your salary, then that's what we're going to have to do. So in this section, we're going to look at tips for helping you stretch your paycheck a little bit further. Number one is budgeting. Boring, we know. Budgeting isn't cool, but it is vital. Without one, you are playing in the dark, and while that may work for some, for most it doesn't. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and struggling to get to the end of the month, then a budget can help you solve this. Understanding your outgoings allows you to assess your financial situation and plan ahead for the more significant purchases or those big life decisions. You can find many great budgeting apps, printables, or even spreadsheets online to help you, and we've left a link to the best budgeting apps page on Up the Gains in the description below. Number two is pay off your debt. If you're earning 50k a year, you should be looking to clear any debts that you might have. This is where a budget can come in handy, as you can allocate money to pay down your debt. Now, targeting any high interest debt first is crucial, so reduce your payments a bit faster. Money given in interest is money that you could have used elsewhere. Many of us pay the minimum balance down, and whilst this is contributing, you're often just paying back the interest. So the key is to overpay here and get on top of it, and you'll feel a million times better if you do. Number three, using credit cards correctly, which is something I could go on about all day. I've done it, so I'm absolutely no saint here, but I now barely use them for anything other than the points or if there's a cashback offer on the go. Now, when I do use them, I pay them down immediately. Don't wait. That's the trap that they lure you in with, and bam, you're spending your life paying down purchase interest. So please do not do this. It's also vital for your credit score that you don't max out your credit card. Agencies like Experian and Equifax will encourage you to keep underneath 30% of your total credit balance at all times, and by doing this, it shows that you're responsible with debt and that you can clear it if you need to. So my tip is to buy something on it every month. Have a regular bill like an Amazon Prime or a BT phone bill, and as soon as that comes out, pay it off. This will really help to show that you're responsible and help increase your credit score. If you do have credit card debt with interest coming out each month, look to balance transfer onto a new provider and start paying it off as soon as you possibly can. Number four is growing your savings. Now, savings are a part of every financial strategy, and I want to make sure that you guys have a safety net, and this is something you should consider, especially when earning 50k plus a year. Now, building yourself an emergency fund is a great place to start, and most people would say this should be between 3 to 6 months, but really 3 months is a great place for you to work towards. Now, if you're struggling to save, use technology to help you, and as we say, we've made a list of the best money saving apps that you can get started with immediately, and they're in the description below. Now, I use the roundup feature with my bank to put money aside. This basically takes any purchase and puts the loose change away for me, similar to the pot we used to have on our side. So for example, if I spend £1.50, my bank rounds it up to £2 and places that 50p in a saving pot. It's a really great way to save. Number five is consider investing. If you've never invested, then it could be on your radar for a 50k salary. Making your money work for you is the fastest way for you to get ahead, and the more that you do this, the better your financial position will be. Sure, there are risks involved, but if you invest for the long term, many of those risks are mitigated. The stock market was built to rise over time, so you will get results if you follow a tried and tested strategy. But if you can't be bothered to learn about investing, that's totally fine. Just let apps like Money Farm and Nutmeg do the hard work for you. These brands are called robo-advisors, and they take care of everything for you with algorithms tailored to each individual. So to wrap this up, is 50k a good salary in the UK? Well, we've established it does depend on where you live, your financial situation, and many other variables. You can easily make 50k work even in the capital, but if you're supporting a large family on this wage, it may become challenging, but that obviously depends on your own unique situation. Now, thank you for listening to this video today. If you've liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment in the box below, and also check out our brand new video, what is a good salary in London? Thanks for listening, guys. Peace out.